podcast. Walk with me. Let it rock. That's right. Wanting to be heard in the black man's world, simple. They're complicated, just relax and observe. Breaking down of our families, restructured communities. To wake up and see only your losers are free. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery.
All right, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Now tune into the Black Male Podcast. TS is who I am.
Tre-Dot is who I am.
And we have a special guest today.
Dave Cannon here. Welcome, brothers. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, man.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you. See, I usually have the radio voice here. He some rapper bullshit voice. And now you running here and you trying to kill my voice run here. Like, don't kill my voice run.
I'm not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
I got the voice, and he done killed the voice run today, man. Well, welcome to the pod.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you joining us.
Why you got shit on me to compliment my brother, though?
You know that's
That's that bullshit.
That's what we do.
All right, as long as you admit to that, let's go. Accountability is a beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? I'm once again back to welcome to the pod, man. We're gonna have some fun today, guys. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot on the list. We were just getting into sports, kind of getting things running. We're gonna stay in sports, and I think there's one thing I want to play first, and I want to talk about tanking in the NBA, and it was an emphasis on tanking the other day. On this particular game. Let's hear it out.
He just witnessed the most unbelievable tank-off in NBA history. The 21-59 Jazz versus the 25-55 Memphis Grizzlies did not disappoint. Here are the stakes. A Grizzlies win meant a potential 7% deduction in NBA draft lottery odds to land a top 4 pick. A Jazz win meant a potential 10% deduction. So this is a must-lose game for both teams. The Jazz have been dominating the tank race in the West for most of the season, so they probably felt like they had an edge. But the Grizzlies fire back with the most AI-generated starting lineup in NBA history. Lucas Williamson, 10-day contract. Derek Whitehead, 10-day contract. Toby Okani, 10-day contract. Adama Ball, 10-day contract. Jemai Meshack, 2-way player. An upgrade. The stage is set. Let the Tank Bowl commence. The game is neck and neck for a little while. Derek Whitehead starts off with 16 points in 15 minutes for the Grizzlies. Can't be doing that here. Coach subs him out of the game and doesn't bring him back till the Grizz are safely down 50 in the fourth. The Jazz coach is pissed. Here's the crowd chanting for Kevin Love to come in. Coach says nope, he's not having it. His team is about to win by 46 points and it's the worst day of his career. Meanwhile, you can see the light drain from his face. This was truly a generational tanking job from the Grizzlies. They played 6 players, 1 guy off the bench, none of which were even on the full-time roster. This game is so absurd that these dudes are making history. It's the first time in NBA history that 3 guys have had triple-doubles in the same game. It was also the first time in NBA history that 2 bench players on the same team had triple-doubles. The Jazz only had 2 players come off the bench, and they both had triple-doubles. Meanwhile, Jemai Meshack, a Grizzlies 2-way player and the last pick in the 2025 NBA draft, had a quadruple double. 13 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, and 10 turnovers. He was a minus 46.
These niggas is not even NBA players, dog.
46. He played all 48 minutes. The lineups, the box scores, we will never witness this level of tanking again.
Generational tank.
Crazy.
Yo, think about that. I saw that. I literally saw that, and I said, you know what? This is perfect for this pod. What are y'all thoughts on that?
They might as well have the concession, the guy at the concession stand in the game at that point. That's crazy.
I'm highly upset if I bought tickets to that game like early in the season.
I'd have walked out, bro, and I'd have damn it. You know how people sue for everything? I'd have sued them for that. That's neglect.
I think I would have tried that. I would have tried that lawsuit.
That's some negligence that I've ever seen in my life. That y'all just y'all literally y'all went out to the park. You get a 10-day. You get a 10-day. You get a 10-day.
But they actually proved how trash G League players are.
They did. They kind of fucked that.
Yeah, they fucked the G League up, bro.
They did.
So how do you? Okay, so I've heard a couple of things, ideas. They talked about maybe getting rid of the draft altogether, maybe having them sign as free agents. There's got to be a way.
I think that topic was just regular people talking.
Okay.
So they are changing the tanking rules where you're going to lose draft picks. You're going to be pushed to the bottom of the draft seeding if you're caught tanking. Yeah. So they are changing things going into next season. I think that's why everyone is pushing so hard to tank now. I'm looking at the draft. To me, it's really only 3, maybe 4 players that's even worth this tank job. I know why the Jazz is doing it, because they want the boy at BYU. They're the one paying for the boy to be at BYU anyway. They're the biggest donor for BYU. So I know what Jazz is taking. They want #1 pick. That's what they're going for. You know what I mean? But then second, who like in this draft is not like the LeBron, Melo, D Wade, and all them drafts. It's not like certain drafts where you looked at those players outside of Darko Milicic. These guys are all Hall of Famers in his first 5.
Yeah.
You don't see that in this particular draft. So I don't understand the tank job that they're doing to get these people.
When has tanking ever worked?
I don't know.
Never.
Especially when you got
Never.
Especially when you got
it
the
don't
Spurs.
fucking work. So what's the point?
Especially when you got the Spurs, they didn't do no tanking.
It doesn't
and they still got
work.
the best player in the
It doesn't
NBA.
work. It's never worked.
I agree. I mean, I can't disagree
The
with you.
Sixers tried that bullshit, and they were still the same fucking team. It didn't help them none.
And now Joel Embiid got more and more fucking injury issues than you ever seen in your
life. A lot
life.
of that shit ain't his fault, and then the stuff that's his fault just adds to the stuff that ain't his fault.
Right.
You just got to pack that nigga up, son. Like, he just, but when he plays, he still gets 30 and 15,
Bro.
which I don't understand.
Bro, he had appendicitis and he had paralysis in one eye, and he only shot on one side and still scored 30.
How you score 30 with one eye and one hip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
remember he
how
played
you-
against the Knicks and had like 35 and 18. He couldn't walk.
Right. But
The boy is just talented, man, but still, he's only going to play 40 games.
But back to this particular topic, what they did, I think the NBA should fine these two teams. The teams should be fined. You know what I mean? Because this is
Fined or fined
overly-
and penalized, because you got to
Both.
take something from him.
I think both.
You got to take something from
But
him.
I'm not
You gotta
talking.
take a penny
I'm not
or something.
talking about a little fine. I think each player, I'm going to fine this team $1 million per player that wasn't a part of the starting lineup. These guys, y'all just picked up. It's $1 million per player. So now that's at least 5 players in the start. They said only 7 players played. So only 7 players played, and none of them was in the starting lineup. That's $7 million. Plus, let's add some contingencies on pawn that when it comes to draft pick. You know, the coming year.
That game was just disgusting.
I think you got to do more than a fine. Like defining these teams that's been going on forever. We've been fining teams forever. There's got to be some. If I'm a paying fan, right? If I'm going to a game and I'm saying I want to see this team play, I know it's the end of the year. I may not get all the starters, but you can't do that. If
I
we're
agree.
doing that, it's a business. It's messing up the business. That's one thing I think that the NBA players and the fans, but some of the players. This is a business.
Right.
Like, I understand you got a contract. Everyone's got contracts, guaranteed contract, but this is a business. If the public views it as this, where people are just tanking and not playing and load management, we got so much stuff now that you didn't have in the 90s and the 80s in terms of playing that we're on a high, but it can easily go to a low.
I agree.
Very easy.
I agree.
And like I said, tanking doesn't work. It's not like you can't really show me a team that's tanked and
never
won a
worked.
championship. Like it hasn't happened.
My question is this: do we blame the players or do we blame the organization for this? Because the organization created low
organization.
management.
Yeah, it's definitely organization.
Organization created this level of tanking. Like people complain about players not wanting to play. I think outside of Kawhi Leonard,
that's cap, though.
that's really the team. And you have old players that now do podcasts. They say, "Dude, I wanted to play," but when you come into the arena and they tell you only gonna play 10 minutes this game, or you're not playing at all, we're gonna DNP you, and you looking like they talked about the boy that was with the Grizzlies who's now with the Jazz, which was weird. Jaren
Jackson?
yeah, Jaren Jackson.
Okay.
He got hurt like the second game he played or some shit.
He wasn't hurt.
No, I mean, it was announced that
right.
he was hurt.
He wasn't hurt because he was
playing
up for
good.
$310 million, and they don't want to give him that.
Right.
He wasn't hurt. Like that's crazy to me.
It's like you said, it's a business. But you're going to have to penalize teams where it hurts. That fine means shit to them.
Right.
$10 million ain't hurting $1 billion.
Okay,
team, you know
but
what I'm saying?
how do you? It's not like college.
Them same picks they're tanking for, they need to be penalized where they're guaranteed not to get that.
Okay.
Period. You tanking for a #1 pick, I'm going to fix it where your ass get a #7 pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All
I also
right,
think
I'm
you
not
got
mad at
to
that.
have something with the front office.
That's going to hurt them more than anything. So you tank for nothing.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
what next year is going to be about.
I hope so.
I think you got too much emphasis in the NBA on players and coaches. If the team don't win, we always say it's the coach. You fire the coach, the players. No one looks at the front office and holds the front office. Outside of Nico, no one has really paid attention to the front office that makes these moves, because a lot of that comes from the front office. Not playing this player, changing the rotation, all that stuff comes from the front office. Maybe the NBA's got to get involved when you start putting pressure on the organization to move some of these front office guys out. If you're doing this kind of, it's a business. I can't emphasize enough. It's a business, and the business is getting people eyes on the product. If you're not going to get eyes on the product, you're already the Grizzlies and the Jazz. You're already not getting eyes on the product. Now we're gonna take the hot dog guy, put him in the game, and everything else. You're tanking it so bad, it's not going to work.
Now think about this. You got the commissioner who is literally only working. He worked for the organizations. Yes, he works for the NBA, but he's really works for the organizations. You know, it's a nonprofit. The owners are his boss. So now if I bring down sanctions on the management group, that's bringing down sanctions on the owners, which are the people that pays me my salary, that make sure it ensures my salary. I think that's where the NBA PA should step in and say, hey, we need a level of governance where we're not just handling players. We also putting in some things for upper management where they can start seeing fines. I think the NBA has the NFL probably has it the worst.
Yeah,
the
NFL is way
worst.
worse.
The NBA PA, the NFL PA is probably the worst. They don't work for those players at all. Right.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The NBA is a lot better because a lot of the players like CJ McCollum and stuff like that are in the NBA PA, and they are fighting against certain things. I can see some level of changing there. It's just weird, man. That game, I cut the game on, and I was like, why am I watching a Jazz game? One, because I just had it on as ambiance, and then I was like, I don't know none of these cats. I don't know who none of these guys are. So I turned it. Didn't think no more of it. I moved on, and then caught the clip online. I was like, oh my God.
Think of previous NBA. This wouldn't have happened under David Stern.
No.
And a lot of people didn't like David Stern, but this wouldn't have happened.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Got started,
but
it wouldn't have happened.
Under David Stern, what's the thing? Sitting players started. Under David Stern, Spurs started that. We're gonna sit players. Spurs started that.
They sat a couple of games. It wasn't an epidemic. That shit would not have got to an epidemic.
Because it just started. That's why.
Well, we can disagree. I don't see David Stern letting that happen. I don't see David Stern letting it get that far. I really don't. I don't see him doing that far because he watched every little thing like that. That's why a lot of people didn't like him.
Yeah, he had the players dressing in suits. He was very micromanaged in that regard.
Yeah, and I didn't like some of the micromanaging, but sometimes you need to have that shit.
Yeah,
the suits and shit. That's kind of extreme. I ain't telling niggas what to wear.
But he moved like it's a business, though.
Right. He did. He treated everything like a business. Every step of it.
The product.
Yeah. But would the NBA have expanded the way it did, especially in the European market under David Stern?
I don't know. He might have blocked
because
it.
He did stop a lot of that expansion.
Then too, if he saw dollar signs, maybe all of that is, I don't know. That's 50-50. I don't know. Some people adjust, some people don't.
The current commissioner could be a little bit tougher. I'm not going to deny that. I think he's too much of a basketball fan. Yep. I think that's probably a downfall. He's too much of a fan. You know, all the players love him. He give you that Obama dap. You know what I mean? When you see him, you like, I don't know about him when it comes to being like how he just needs to. I don't think he's doing a bad job. I think certain things you gotta put your foot down and have a conversation when you see it. Because like a lot of this stuff we seen when it started. Right. You can't predict where it goes. But like anything, if you let me do one, I'm gonna do two, then I'm gonna do four. But that goes back to what I said about the owners. You working for the owners. David Stern didn't care nothing about y'all as an owner.
That's the point I'm saying.
So you bringing that up, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm coming from that angle. David Stern is like, I'm doing this job, whatever.
Right.
Adam Silver's like, oh, you're my guy, so okay. Right.
How do you think Adam Silver would have reacted had the Malice in the Palace happened under his watch?
Ooh, I remember that.
They might have got 3 games.
I don't think they would have got suspended as many days as many games.
They got 3 games.
10 at the max.
3, 5. Yeah.
I don't think it would have went down like that. And I think that just shows the difference in how they manage the product.
Damn, boy, I remember everybody remember what they had when it happened.
I say this at my age now, when I watched the Malice in the Palace, I think different than I did back then.
What you thought back then?
Back then I didn't care. I'm young. I'm like, fuck it. I look at it now. That shit was pretty kind of crazy.
That was crazy. It was crazy.
That shit was outrageous.
It was crazy, bro.
But back then, I was like,
we had NBA players going in the stands fighting. Like, this was insane.
It was
swinging haymakers.
And
knocking cats out.
The players don't know. The players, this guy walking up, you don't know if this guy's, you don't know who he's working with.
I love the fact that my Pistons said, we're just gonna sit over here and let y'all do
very
that.
rare.
Let y'all do what y'all do.
That's very rare.
Because think about it. All Metta World Peace had to do was fight Ben Wallace.
That's it.
And it would have been over. It would have never went into the stands. He ran from Ben Wallace to fight a dude in the stands because he threw something on him.
No, but
that's not how it happened, though.
Right, I get it.
He laid on the table.
I get it.
He laid on the table to try to decompress because he didn't want to fight.
Right, yeah. He did not want to fight Ben.
And then he got hit in the face with the beer.
But Ben Wallace just punched you in your shit. But you go and you go fight the person who threw a beer on you?
Two different conversations.
Come on, man.
Bro, you're not even being logical, man.
Come on, man.
If I'm with you, listen.
Okay.
If I'm with you and you got me tight and I walk away, that next person that gets me mad, I'm punching him in the mouth.
After I hit you in the face.
I already walked away from that and I want to be left alone.
Okay, I get it.
I'm already triggered.
Okay.
And this dude, he just came out the way, hit me in the face with a beer.
Right.
I ain't thinking about that shit that happened before.
Remember, they just lost to the team.
They did.
Previous year. So they look like they're exercising restraint so that they can make sure that they're going to win. They're going to get what they didn't get back the year before. And
because the Pacers probably would have went to the finals and did something that year.
Pacers had the team
that year. They had one of the best teams.
Amazing team that year.
Man, we talking about Ron Artest. If he gets hit during the game, he don't care. Right. That's gameplay.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He done hit you too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You ain't game. Who the fuck is you?
Right.
You throwing beer?
That's crazy.
I'm saying it's foolish to run into the stands, but I mean I don't know, man. I'm laying on my back.
We don't know. All of us would have reacted different to that.
I don't know if I'd have ran in the stands, but I don't know if I wouldn't.
That's my thing too. I don't know if I would. But back to what David Stern did versus what Adam Silver did. Adam Silver would have definitely gave him 3 games. That's would have been it.
7 game max.
3 games.
7 game max.
Right.
Steven Jackson might not have got nothing but 1 game.
And I think you may have had an instance where someone else goes into the stands again. If Adam
Silver, that should have been an epidemic.
You see now the interaction with fans and Russell Westbrook, and it's getting too. It's the only game where you're that close. If you've been to a football game, hockey game, you're that close that it just gets too. I don't mind you heckling, but some of the stuff
they say,
it's crazy.
You're talking about people, wife, children.
It's crazy.
Didn't the Pistons start a fight last night?
I think so.
Or 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago, yeah.
Yeah, they wild.
Yeah, they didn't start a fight. We
participate in the fight. I didn't see the beginning, so maybe
it wasn't the start. That's like the other night. A fan was the Lakers were beating the Warriors, and a fan was just doing the most. And Braun was like, "Yo, just calm down."
I did see that.
He was like, "Yo, just calm down and watch the game. Well, y'all winning. It shouldn't matter. I get it, but calm down, because it really don't make no sense."
I can see that being aggravating, though.
Very aggravating. And you don't know, we just know what happened, how they went in the stands. But if someone, you got how many people in the arena that night?
Yeah.
18,000?
18,000 folks.
If a player dies or a kid gets killed accidentally, someone falls from the stands, you got a bigger problem.
That could
happen.
The way they ran up there, a child could have got crushed or a woman got trampled.
The fans in Detroit they was wilding that night.
But the person that actually threw the beer just walked out freely.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit.
Yeah. And supposedly him and Artest are friends now. Supposedly,
they ended up connecting.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He did get, That's funny because the person that threw the bid never got hit.
You should have stole him.
that got hit. That fat dude got hit though. He got pummeled. All right, let's go into this. Are championships the only measure of greatness, or is that a limited mindset?
Limited. I'm gonna go with it's a limited mindset. It matters, but Robert Horry's got a bunch of championships.
Don't he got 7?
Yep.
Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know that we put him in the GOAT category.
7 rings is outrageous.
You say we don't know if we put him.
We don't.
Let's be real.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we don't. There's no
political.
That's a TV commercial answer.
That's a TV commercial. I don't know that we put him in that same category, but
he's not in anybody's category.
No one's category. So I think
my son is 15 and he watched something online about, and Robert Horry popped up. He was like, "Yo, Dad, who is this?" I said, "Oh, that's Big Shot Bob." And I ran down the list, and he was like, "Why isn't he listed in like the GOAT conversation?" I said, "Nah, GOAT." I said, "He don't know." I was like, I was like, "Bro, he's a role player." Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I said, yeah, he was a severe role player."
But now he hit shots.
Oh no, he hit shots. No, he wouldn't matter. He did everything that matters.
One of the few people that can come in the game cold and just shoot from the top of the key, and you know what's going in.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let me ask you
Hall
this.
of Fame, nothing.
How do we view the players? So let's take I don't want to go Mike. Let's take a Kobe Bryant. He's won championships.
Right.
Tim Duncan's won championships. Karl Malone hasn't. Patrick Ewing hasn't. Charles Barkley hasn't. When we're ranking the players, we're putting them together.
Right.
How much emphasis are we putting on if we're talking Tim Duncan and Charles Barkley? What more emphasis does his title, his ring have that the other guy doesn't? How when we're talking 1-to-1, how do we play that out as we're having the GOAT conversation or that category, player, position, et cetera?
That's a hard one. I know for me, I'm 45. I saw a good bit of Charles Barkley. I saw all of Tim Duncan. And the problem is with this, for me, I'm edging Tim over Barkley. Yes, the titles, but also his impact at that particular time. Charles Barkley was different. 6'4", 6'5".
Right.
We've never seen someone that big move as swiftly, as quickly as he did. But we go to Tim Duncan came to the Spurs where you had David Robinson, and David Robinson had no choice but to take a backseat. That boy was significantly way better than him, and significantly, yes, he was. He was significantly way better than him.
That's not what I'm saying. Go ahead, finish.
And I look at what Tim did for the power forward position. He was more of a true power forward that could also stretch. Barkley could shoot, but he didn't stretch. You know what I'm saying? Tim put the team on his back a lot of times until Manu and different people develop into who they are. Barkley, I hate to say it, when you needed him, I think his ego fucked it up for a lot of the teams to win certain chips. Even when you hear him talk about it now, I didn't have enough. He clowned LeBron for saying, I may not have enough, but he's been saying for years, I didn't have enough to win certain games. When I played against Jordan, we didn't have enough. But you had Dan Marley, you had people that was dim at that particular time. So I edge in that position. That position when it comes to top power forwards, I'm going to put Tim in front of Barkley for those reasons.
I mean, I hear that, but it's like Duncan had Hall of Fame center David Robinson, still in the prime, and then you had Ginobili at his best. You know what I'm saying? So
Ginobili wasn't at his best when they won their first one. Ginobili had to go to the bench.
I'm talking about his run. Ginobili played his best basketball off the bench.
Right.
But he's still in the Hall of Fame, is what I'm saying. He's Hall of Fame.
We're not talking about that. We can't do that, man.
Why not?
You know, we've had
That's
that
not an
discussion about Hall of Famers. We had that
So we're
discussion.
gonna take that away from him?
Go ahead. So we're not saying none of the people that he played with the Spurs or the 76ers were Hall of Famers or were in the category of the best of their particular time.
Suns, the best chance he had as far as surrounding cast, I think, was with the 76ers when he was young and about damn 350 pounds. When he had Doc, he had Moses and all them when he was young, and Moses Malone had to show him to take the game seriously. They really had a chance to make a run then.
Right.
All them other teams,
The Suns, he made it to the finals with the Suns.
You asked my opinion. I said that Sixers team was better than that Suns team.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. And that's all subjective. That's just my opinion. From watching that Sixers team, him being that young going on that team, if he was in shape and took the game really seriously as a young man, that team would have been a fucking problem.
And that statement right there is why I will still put Tim Duncan above him.
I didn't say Tim Duncan wasn't. I just said the teammates he had. That's all I said. I didn't take a choice.
Yes,
I'm just comparing both levels.
So I'm saying when we're comparing, because the question was the championship,
Right?
How much emphasis? See, the reason I would give it the championship an edge on a lot of that is because I watched both of them, and Tim Duncan willed his team a lot of times. I mean, Barkley had the Suns. He was the MVP. Now, I know he played against Jordan, but I've seen some of these guys not able to will themselves. Tracy McGrady's great player.
Right.
But I've seen him come up short under a Kobe Bryant if I'm comparing the positions.
Right.
You know, D. Wade I've watched him will his team in the finals.
And by himself at one point.
But even with that, I think the difference is the other end of the court.
What do you mean?
D. Wade will get a stop.
Yes,
Right.
of course. Yeah, for sure.
Tim Duncan will get a stop.
Yes.
Barkley ain't stopping shit.
But that might be why they're
That's the
champions.
difference I see. No, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying that's the biggest difference I see with these guys.
Yes.
Even though the championship is a team award, you name people that maybe within the finals won 2 games by themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do that.
Right.
There's only a certain level of players that can do that.
Which
I'm
to
just
me
playing
is why
devil's
they're
advocate
champion.
talking shit.
That's what
There's
I'm
only a
saying.
certain level of players that can do that.
Yeah.
So the chip to me only really holds value when you win it like Tim Duncan did.
Right.
Or you win it like Dwayne Wade did.
Right. Hey, David, could you move your mic up just a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, there we
Or
go.
even you win it like Kobe did when Shaq wasn't dead. Something like that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, if you're winning it, Like being a Knicks fan, old school. Just a shout at my brothers. When Clyde Frazier's won one, you have 4 Hall of Famers in the starting lineup, right?
Right.
I ain't holding a whole lot of weight to that shit. Yeah, you won, but that's definitely a team award.
Right.
You got niggas.
So are we taking away from what Bill Russell did? Then, if that's the case, because of the Hall
Honestly,
of Famers,
I mean,
he the one.
bro,
He was a
Bill
player
Russell,
and a coach.
That Bill Russell shit don't mean shit to me, son. I'm sorry. It just don't. When I watch the footage, maybe the footage looks crazy. But
That was at the beginning of NBA. You
not
can't
his fault.
expect that.
It's not his fault.
He played against the talent that was in front of him.
Who puts Bill Russell in their top 5 of all time?
I don't put him in the top 5. But
Nobody
when
does.
it comes to
well, older players.
Yeah, older people.
Right.
I look at that as eras. I look at the Wilt and the Bill Russell and Jerry West. I look at that as they're the best of that era. I don't think that era transcended into the 80s and 90s the same way that the Magic Johnson, Magic Bird, and definitely Jordan. But you know, they did.
Magic Bird was a dope ass era.
Dominique,
That was a
and
dope
then
ass.
you definitely got to me the face at the particular time who made who Jordan even looked at. What's his name? Damn it, 76ers.
You doing Dr. J?
Dr. J.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was definitely the flyest dude you ever seen on the court at one time, and how he moved.
The ABA.
That was a different time frame.
Them ABA brothers.
So I agree. I mean, I only throw him out there because you have older players who will throw him out there, and I agree. That game didn't transition well to today. Right. None of us would do none of those moves, and none of us doing none of that shit that they.
I don't
want
to hear about Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I don't hear about none of them, bro.
Yeah.
You know we gonna get killed for this.
No, yo. First of all,
we gonna get
First of
killed.
all, anybody in their 60s and 70s watching this show, yo, respect to you, brother. This ain't personal. I love it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I'm not counting them, man.
I get it.
That's like when you talk about MCs, you talk about Melly Mel. That's a different conversation, bro. Don't even put them with everybody.
Yeah,
else.
they're still great. They're
great. Yes, they are great.
Yeah,
they are iconic. But that was then.
You can't put them to Raquel.
Hell no.
You can't put them to Nas.
So you can't put Bill Russell talking about Shaq.
Right.
I agree.
You know, it's different. Like even with Joker, with the things he's doing now, some people are saying Joker's going to be a top 5. These top conversations are funny, man.
Top 5 player or top 5 center?
Top 5 player, period. But when you look at his numbers are ridiculous. We're making faces because we remember dominant Shaq. But we probably won't appreciate Joker until he stopped playing.
No, I'm cool with him being a top 5 center. Not top 5 player. That's my only thing.
How many MVPs
you just said Shaq? I don't even put Shaq as a top 5 player.
Right.
Everybody's opinion is different.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people put Shaq there.
We talking center.
Then you like nothing is definitive. Everybody has a different opinion, and some people are jaded by what they see, what they see. I mean,
shit, in this area, can't even say center, say big man.
Joker's been dominant for a minute. Joker got games with like 40 and 20.
You put him over Tim Duncan in the all-time list?
Me, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to move for top 5. You got to move someone out, and I don't see Jordan coming out. I don't see Kobe. I don't see LeBron. I don't see Duncan. You could argue about the 5th guy whether you want to put Shaq, Steph. I mean, there's just too many players.
I wouldn't put Steph top 5.
I wouldn't put him in. I'm not Magic in there.
Yeah, me too. I was just.
I'm biased.
You
though.
named everybody I would name, and then Magic.
Yeah,
I'm biased on
Magic all day,
I'm biased
bro.
on Magic.
He
Me
can
too,
make a
bro.
top 10. I think Jokic can make a top 10. But you can't move Kobe and Jordan. You can't move. I mean,
Some people don't have Kobe in top 5s. Like everybody's opinion is different. I'm fascinated when I hear people give
Kobe is my
their
4.
top 5s, and some
Kobe
people
is definitely in
some
top
people are so adamant, like their list is definitive, and
Right.
it's like crazy to me because some people put Bill Russell in there.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people will still put Wilt Chamberlain in there.
Right. That's an age difference too. Yeah.
You might have an old white guy that'll put Jerry West in there because he's the logo.
Which we can even Jerry West said, y'all can take me off the logo.
yeah.
I mean, he's old. He's old now. He did his good. He did
He
his
said,
good.
y'all can remove me. I don't need to be there. I didn't even ask them to do that.
But I think Tim Duncan's like quiet nature sometimes makes him kind of forgettable because he wasn't really a loud player. He wasn't. There aren't any Tim Duncan highlight tapes.
But
Tim Duncan just played basketball and won games.
well,
Let's
let's
right? Is it 5? He's 5, isn't he? I think he's tied with Kobe at 5 rings.
yeah.
That's tough to do.
so.
That's tough to do.
But how many people realize that?
And dog, and
they know
think
but
this.
forgot.
We hated the Spurs game. I hated everything about their game. But that shit was so beautiful to watch, even though it's like it's basketball. It's pure basketball.
It was really
pure.
fundamental.
Watching them play now is weird because this is so different.
I was just about to say.
This is so different.
To me, right now, when you look at the NBA landscape and they say the face of the NBA, or to me, you could see who's going to be a definitive Hall of Famer right now without even having anything listed. I hate to say it, but yo, if Wemby stay healthy, he will definitely probably crack that top 5.
You should.
He probably the only. I did. I should have on him when he first got into the league.
As long as we got that.
He changed my mind middle of the season, his first season, and then what he did in the off season, and then his mentality. Bro, he's the only young player I see that's a dog. That look at cats like, yo, I'm better than all of you. Man, fuck y'all. Why we not playing harder? I've not seen that in so long. It feels so good to see that. And he what? Fucking 10 foot? He's tall as hell.
He grew since he came to the league. He's 7'5" now.
Bro, he can shoot.
Like dead ass 7'5".
Think about how that tall is, and you crossing, you sham God to the tween.
That's disgusting.
Yo, that's crazy to me.
And I don't like big men shooting fadeaway jumpers. But
Bro.
this nigga shoots fadeaway jumpers from 3, and it's not even intentional.
Nope.
He's just good, man.
And then he goes in the post now. Then he goes in the post now, and he's like
he's
jump
really,
hooking you to death. You don't even have to do that, bro.
See, he really trains.
Yeah.
And a lot of these dudes, when they train, all they do is lift weights. He trains on his flexibility. He trains on his core. When you watch him play, even his hip movements, man, everything is so solid. And he's damn near Tim Duncan fundamental, really, because he's a good passer. He can handle. He can score on all levels.
Right.
I don't know what you do with the guy.
You know what I did like that he did, though? He went to KG. Got some work with KG. He went to Kareem. I mean, not Kareem. He went to the Dream. Got some work with Elijah Wan. Mm-hmm. He went to other players, even dribbling. He got with Jamal Crawford. And Jamal showed him some dribble moves that he ended up doing in the game. And Jamal was like, okay.
He's scary. He's scary.
That's scary to me,
He's
bro.
scary to me.
You soaking up the package.
What's even scary to me, and not even to big up the Spurs, just being realistic. Dylan Harper, the young man coming off the bench, he's a problem. Then you got Castle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes are just getting better every game.
Yeah.
And
I worry about health with them, though.
The coach, when you're that tall, something's gonna happen with your feet, ankles, whatever. But
and mostly that
this
back.
is also, you know, I don't know if you heard. We always been debating about the old coach, young coach thing. Do you know the coach's name?
No.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
No, I don't. I
don't fucking know. But I tell you what, that motherfucker can coach.
Pop is in the background, half sick, just shaking.
But I'm saying he's a Pop disciple.
Yeah.
But I can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
He just had a good teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's used, bro, when you watch them play, like, damn, this team is coached well.
They're very good. They're a very good team.
Bro, they move without the ball. Everybody, like, even when we beat them for that cup game, I'm like, shit, that wasn't no easy win, man.
That was not no easy win, bro.
You got to play a perfect game to beat these niggas.
We beat them twice.
Yeah,
Bro,
but if we play like that every game, it'd be different.
The Knicks and Spurs made me mad because the Pistons, we beat y'all. We can't beat the Spurs for shit. Every time we play them, we can't beat them for shit.
That's the
and
bullshit
y'all
about
beat
the
their
NBA.
ass every time. I'll be like, God damn, bro.
We ain't beat them by 30, 40 like you beat us, though.
I know.
God.
But y'all beat them.
Yo, I'm tight with the Pistons, bro. We got to get some get back or something. That's ridiculous, man. Then again, maybe not. Just get them out the way. Maybe next year. I don't want to play y'all in the playoffs.
I just with the Pistons, I wonder when the lights go on. And that's just what I see in last year's series.
We changed, bro.
You've got to win, though. You've got to win a series or two
You
series.
can hope for that. Yeah. You don't know yet.
You got to win a series or two. And is Cade healthy? Is he healthy?
I mean,
he's back.
He's back, but
That
he's
don't
not.
mean he's healthy.
He
He's back.
had 14 points the other night against Hornets at 28 minutes. But you collapse
I want him to be
breathe.
healthy, though. Because I want all teams to be full strength. That's just the beauty of the game. But the only thing I hate, you know, even though I'm not a Piston fan, but I hate for him is he has to come back at the end of the year.
Right.
But it's
so
a
he's
lot
gonna be working
sooner.
himself, but he'll be working himself back in shape in the playoffs.
But my thing is, he's come back a lot sooner than what they wanted, what they were saying. They were saying literally
But that's
a
not
game
always
before
good,
the
though.
playoffs. No, but right now you're getting your cardio in. You're building up your
This is
resistance.
what I'm saying. When you're talking about a lung, if you come back too soon, that could be dangerous.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can feel good,
Yeah.
but still not be good. We talking about something internal.
I get it. I get it.
How does your lung feel when it ain't ready? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had
None of us had a collapse.
You know what I'm
lung, so I
saying?
don't know.
How do you know?
Right. I
But
don't know if you ever had one, but I know I've never
But
had a
I
collapse.
do know from even playing ball at a young age and you playing, you can feel good.
Right. But I also realized this is why he needed to come back a little bit early, because yes, I could be on a stationary bike, I could be on an elliptical, I could do all that stuff. That's not running and cutting and jumping and moving. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we say that might be too early, but this might be just enough time. They only playing him between 20 and 28 minutes. So I'm spreading his time out as he's running around and he's functioning, moving. And then he'll skip a game. So now I'm gonna skip a game. We doing tests. We running tests because it's 8 more games before the playoffs start.
Hey man, I don't want to.
It's one more.
I don't want to.
Oh shit, you're right.
Man,
That's what I'm talking about. The season's over.
But he started back. He played at least 3 games now.
I don't want to see Isaiah Thomas situation, man. Come back too soon and your body just fail. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this. I don't want to get on top.
No, jump in there.
Going into this year, we figured the Celtics was going to be a playing team, bottom of no Tatum.
I did, but go ahead.
Pacers. I don't think anyone thought the Pistons would be the number 1 seed team.
No.
They came out, and I thought when they had it early in the year, I figured it was, they had a run.
I thought we was going to be mid-range.
I figured it would probably be 3, 4, somewhere in there. They've maintained the number 1 seed all year, practically. Is that saying something? Is that saying that they have arrived in their mind, coaching-wise? They've learned from. I mean, they didn't have Isaiah Stewart last year in the playoffs, and we beat them, but. It was by possessions. It wasn't, we didn't get in there and dominate them. It was by possessions. Are they real? Do we think that they're really real, the best in the East, and that they have a shot?
I'm optimistic that we're real, but I would say this: no, I'm not gonna, but I'm up front. I'm an Eagles fan too, and I'm up front about my team. I'll say this: we finally have a culture. We didn't have a culture at one point. If you think about the coaches we've had coaches where people was like he came from the Spurs. The last coach, the one guy came from the Spurs. Everybody, he was coach of the year and all this stuff. He got to our team. He got fired and got to our team, and we didn't do anything right. Everything was just bad. We was bottom of the barrel. I think we finally have a coach that's also, and him and I talked about this. He holds his coaching staff accountable for losses. He was like, it wasn't the players. We fucked up. He said it on the press conference. We fucked up as a coaching staff. It starts with me. I didn't move and do this. That makes players as someone that played basketball, semi-pro, college and everything. When a coach says, I fucked up and my team fucked up, my staff fucked up, that makes us like, okay, coach, he's hold us accountable, but he's also holding themselves accountable. So when you have that level of accountability, players, if you notice, dog, we got players that come off the bench that they go balls to the wall to make sure we don't lose certain games. We do the extra step in possessions. Once again, what they call themselves, dogs. We complain about that in the NBA a lot.
Right.
Him and I even said, you got OKC, they got dogs. You got players that you don't even know anything about. And a young coaching staff, because we really don't know who the coach is on OKC either. And they're dogs.
That's the point.
People are dogs. So I say, yes, I didn't expect us to be number 1. I would have never saw that. I would have never saw that. I was thinking like you. I was thinking 4 or 5, maybe 3 at the most.
Right.
But because y'all say he says it all the time, playoffs is going to be the proving point.
Yeah.
That first round of the playoffs, whoever we get, because y'all are number 2.
3.
Number 3. Y'all number 3.
We're locked in at number
3. Y'all locked in number 3.
Celtics got number 2.
Celtics number 2.
So we're gonna play one of those low barrel team after they do whatever they're playing shit they do. We're gonna play one of them. That's gonna determine us. If we go and whatever AFC we smack them, maybe lose 1 game, gentlemen sweep. To me, that's gonna prove okay. We've taken things serious. Because we know I'm not afraid of the Spurs. I mean, I'm the Celtics. I'm not afraid of the Celtics at all, even with Tatum back. I'm afraid of the Knicks, and I'm afraid of one of these teams, one of these mid-range teams that might sneak in the middle. You know what I mean? Like a Cavs. Because with Harden, I know he's not gonna play no D, but he's gonna do something crazy off the dribble that's gonna throw at the end of the game off. He's gonna do, somebody gonna muddy the waters. And that's the teams I'm afraid of. To me, the Celtics, they busy trying to. That's why Tatum came back so early. They busy trying to fight who's the best on their team. They're gonna fuck each other up on them.
That's more so the media though. But when I look at the Pistons, I look at that as the new wave of professional basketball. And I called it like 2 years ago when Julius Randle was hurt.
Yeah.
When you got a star player, all you need is pieces to fix the team. A lot of teams, they go get these stars, and that never works.
No.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. You got Cade, you got Durant that has improved since he's been there, and you can basically put that starting lineup on the screen and don't know half of them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a role. When you start putting stars on the court, they don't want to die for the loose ball.
Nope.
They not boxing out every play. You know what I'm saying? They not doing all of their assignments on point. The Pistons, OKC did it first.
Yeah.
You got Shea and you got the rest of these guys. Some of them,
I like
Jalen Williams
did last year.
Jalen Williams, they did as well. But Rick Carlisle's a phenomenal coach.
Yeah.
So's OKC coach, but I know Rick Carlisle. But what I'm saying, Rick Carlisle's the only old nigga I give a pass to. But you get these teams, you get these pieces together. Roster building has fell off because everybody wants stars. You know what I'm saying? And being a Knicks fan, I've been seeing it forever. Like, I'll shit on my team for that. We always chase a star. Every year, there's a star we got to chase, and then you got Stephen A. We need a superstar. But we watch OKC do it without a superstar.
Right.
We watch the Nuggets do it with Joker and just the rest of these niggas.
Well,
yeah, Tracy Murray is good, but ain't nobody saying Tracy Murray a star.
Right.
He's a good
I don't
player.
think his name is Tracy Murray, but I get you.
Tracy Murray played back on my bad. I'm getting the Murray.
Yeah, I
caught
get you,
me
though.
But Murray,
Yeah, you good.
my bad. But you ain't gonna see the show, so don't worry about it. But there's a team of people.
Right.
Every time you watch them, you're like, who this nigga?
Yeah.
The Nuggets are still doing it. The Spurs used to do it back in the days. They're really doing it now. Nobody expected Castle to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Harper was a top pick, but they didn't think he was gonna catch on this fast. That's why they brought on Fox.
Yeah.
You
It'll
know
be
what I'm
interesting to see
saying?
what happens. I view them, the Pistons, they got to win a series.
They're an exciting team to watch.
They're an
I'll say
exciting
that.
team to watch, but it reminds me of the Cavs last year. The Cavs were the number 1 seed the whole time, dominated us throughout the playoffs, ended up losing in round 2.
I think the difference is the heart. You're not gonna out hustle the Pistons. You gotta beat them niggas. Man.
It's true. It's true.
You can scare the shit out of the Cavs.
It's true.
Mobley, you can scare the shit out of him.
Right.
Jared Allen, sometimes he's just there. And for some reason, Donovan Mitchell just in the playoffs just doesn't really win past the basics. He might get the first round, but it seems like in the playoffs, even though it's a team game, he comes up small in big games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's the pressure. Maybe the defensive schemes is on him.
Throughout
Maybe
the
he's
season,
trying too
20,
hard.
Then he'll go 10 and 12. He'll go 12 points in the playoffs. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Well, a lot of it with him is he makes a lot of tough shots.
He does.
In the playoffs, a lot of these tough shots don't fall. And what the Pistons have over everybody, they don't have to shoot threes, man. 2 points still count.
Yeah.
So teams that are relying on threes will play the Pistons and lose because these niggas is getting mid-range jumpers. They're getting layups. They're pick and rolling. They're cutting to the basket. They're getting putbacks. A lot of teams get offensive rebounds and they throwing it out.
Yeah.
The Pistons is getting that too.
What are your thoughts, though, on that? What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think the Knicks got the experience and Boston has the experience. So I think when you get into that fourth quarter, I think that's where it happens. Last year against the Pistons, the fourth quarter is where we kept turning the tail. So I think we got to see if they get in there and they win the first. They're going to play someone of a 7th or 8th seed type team in round 1. If they can dominate that,
right.
I'll say okay, they're real. But we've just seen so many times in the recent years where you have a number 1 seed team that just. They fold very quickly. I mean, OKC took them a couple times last year.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time.
You got to get through that first winning a series. So I just kind of see that. But they have played off the chain. It doesn't really this whole they beat the Knicks by double digits. Boston beat us all 4 games last year.
Right. The playoffs is a different space.
It's a whole
different thing.
But it's just this. I'm excited about this year's playoffs. I'm really excited about this year's playoffs.
I'm thinking, to be honest, across all teams, it's going to be we got stars. It's going to be coaching. Mm-hmm. Coaching is going to matter. That's when the playoffs, for me, especially when you get into the third game of a series, that's when coaching, even the second game of a series, that's when coaching matters. First game, it's like a prize fight. Yep. We just picking spots. We trying to figure out, it might be a close game. It may not be, we might edge, you might edge, this, that, and the third. But that second game is going to determine, okay, did we do adjustments? That third game, if a team wins the first and the second game, now who's making adjustments for the third? Are we going to keep the foot on the gas?
That's a major topic.
Yep. If we're going to keep the foot on the gas, or we're going to take your foot off the gas, and to me that matters because playoffs is coach. Yes,
adjustments.
Star players going to do. Shea is going to do what Shea does. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Brunson is going to do what Brunson does. Even Cade is going to do what he does. 6'6" point guard, he's going to do what he do.
Yeah.
But it's everybody else, and then if the coach is going to push people in the right place.
Every name you named has a different surroundings.
Yes.
Shea has people that come off the bench that they playing like they just like the renters do.
Right. Because a lot of times it is.
Yeah, that's the problem. Jalen Brunson's playing with a center that makes $50 million. You don't know what the hell he's going to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Mikal Bridges, you don't know what he's going to do. See what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's why I like teams like the Pistons and OKC, the way their rosters are constructed. That's why it's no accident some teams actually play better when a star gets hurt.
Right.
Jason Tatum got hurt, and all of the Celtics is balling.
Look at the Hawks.
Yo, bro, Celtics got people that used to work at Harris
Hawks
Teeter
is
shooting
low-key
threes.
scary.
Yeah.
If they make it in the play-in, they low-key scary.
You said
Trey
low-key.
Young.
Yo.
They got rid of Trae Young, and they same example.
Yeah.
Same example.
And we don't know who that coach is.
It's Quinn Snyder, ain't it? Is it?
No.
No.
It's not Quinn
That's right.
Snyder.
Quinn Snyder got fired. He was
it's not
somewhere.
Quinn, bro. See?
Who the fuck is the coach?
See?
I don't know.
That might be the name of the pod. Who the fuck is the coach?
That ass, I don't know.
Right. Let's
But
transition.
he got them balling though.
Yeah, he do. Let's transition. You put something on our topic list. You said should rappers who have matured publicly denounce what they used to promote. So I have a video that's kind of around that particular topic, and I want to see what your thoughts are. And it's a semi-long clip, not too long, but let's see.
I don't know what he's
And this is from the Joe Budden
I sat
podcast.
there and I hope that he took it. I hope that he stood tall. I ain't gonna lie, Ish. I was there. I hope
They
that
talking about
Gucci
Gucci
holds
Mane.
it down.
You know what? I know he
Tired of that
off.
talk though, man. But why you
What, the
can't
only-
be
He hold
tired
it
of that?
down. Don't testify.
Yeah, I hope he didn't testify. I hope that he just handled it like how niggas handle it.
That's what you hoped.
I did.
And see, I'm
Not killing. I didn't want any killing. Who knows how? However,
Everybody come ways to handle
But
that
listen,
situation.
I didn't want him to go on the stand. I didn't want him to tell. Sometimes, like Joe said, I do agree with him on that point. Like you want to, whatever street nigga, you want them to fucking live it to the end of the day.
till they die.
Yeah. That's why I fuck with 50.
Does being a street nigga have an
Live it to
expiration
the end of
date?
your days, nigga. I don't care. You can grow. I guess you can grow whatever internally. But nigga, if you're gonna do it publicly, if you're gonna act this way publicly, and if you're not gonna show us the process of your
Yeah, I'm not
growth,
gonna play the
nigga,
whole
live to
thing.
the end of your days, nigga.
My thing is, if you're in the
Italian
game,
mob.
My thing is, if you're in
All
the
right,
game,
I'm gonna stop it right there.
operate within the rules of that game.
And the reason why I asked this is because that to me is the most ignorant shit I've heard in a long time on a lot of fronts.
You said it first.
And then as big as that podcast is, and I like Queen's Flip, and I know what he brings to the thing.
He bucking.
But that particular topic, as someone, college educated person, I've done a lot, but I've also been in the streets, and I've documented that. I've talked about that, and people look at me now. You've been in the streets. You was square, and then I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm happy with being a square because I don't have to look over my shoulder to hold a person that that is now rapping who was robbed at gunpoint to say, oh, he's snitching on someone who has a tether on him. that shows that he wasn't supposed to be where he was.
That is not snitching.
Who also had someone else with him that also had a tether on him that showcased where he was. And you also had other people in the room, white executives and other folks. You're at a label meeting. This guy didn't have to say nothing. He dropped a song, so that's what they're saying. He snitched because he dropped a song to pretty much confirm what happened.
Yeah.
But that's what everybody done. And then you mentioned 50 Cent. I used to work for GWUN.
should
Do we
have
not
mentioned
remember the Ghetto Quran as a song? Do we not remember that? Do we not remember that song?
That shit was tough.
Right, it was a tough
though.
song,
Shit
but he
tough.
was talking about a lot of people in the Queens neighborhood and what they did.
Yeah, but nobody knew except people from Queens at the time. What Gucci's
I get what you're
talking-
saying.
What Gucci's talking, but they didn't have social media back then.
There we go. That was
But
my next one.
I don't think Gucci did nothing wrong anyway, so I'm not even gonna say shit. Whatever.
But my main topic is this: when do we get out of that? When do we stop making street culture our culture as a black community? I don't see Italian people do that. They got the mob. The mob been around for forever and a day. You don't hear them broadcasting that that's our culture and how we do things. Even fucking KKK. We know we probably around people that's family members been a part of the KKK. If you look back at a lot of those photos, those people are still alive today. You don't hear that as their culture. You don't hear them talking about it unless you in bubblefuck Wisconsin somewhere or top of West Virginia.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get out of
I
that?
was gonna say one thing. I want you to speak on it because you're the guest.
Yeah.
I'll go last. All I'm gonna say is majority of these people that speak about this code
Ain't never did nothing.
never live within that code.
Bro, I've been shot, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't want, bro. I got wife and kids, bro. I'm cool not being nowhere near none of that.
But I'll let you speak.
I want to say this. I have strong feelings about this. Okay. And never been a street dude. Grew up in the Bronx. Moved to White Plains. Came to college in North Carolina. To my knowledge, growing up, snitching was always something that was, if we do a crime together, you and I do a crime together, we rob a bank, we rob a store, I get caught, you don't get caught, and they say, you can get off, give us the person that did it, or whatever it may be. Right. I'm involved, and to get myself off, I get you in. Right. To me, that's what snitching was always.
That's what snitching is.
It was never if my neighbor, someone's robbing my neighbor's house and they pull out in the car and I see the driver's plate and the cops say what happened, I'm not supposed to say I don't know what happened. That doesn't make sense to me. We've got to grow up as a community, and we have spent too many. We've got this like alienated juvenile culture that we think that keeping it real means, Gucci got to be what, in his mid to late 40s, early 50s?
He's almost 50 years old.
What are we
He
talking
gotta be
about?
almost
He's almost 50. He's about 48. I think Gucci's like 48.
Where in the world can you think it's cool to kidnap someone at gunpoint and no one's supposed to say, like, this is silly?
Right.
It's silly. It's
ridiculous
silly
to me, man. Right. It's like it's the one thing about I will have to definitely say about our people that bothers me so much, because we from certain things, or if I would have played the clip, he was like, this is how I was raised, and this is the information that was given to me. And I was like, yo, bro.
I can't do that.
I can't.
I don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead. Jump in there.
I can't do that, man, because, dead ass. I done been to prison. I did a bit. And I got a degree. And I went to grad school with a double major. Bro, you will wear that pain the rest of your damn life. All y'all people talking about wear that shit to the grave, y'all can kiss my ass, man.
Word.
Take my felonies and you wear them shits.
Word.
I ain't proud of none of that bullshit. Matter of fact, I laugh at it. Sometimes I forget I even went to fucking prison, yo. That shit is fucking stupid. Everybody that promotes that shit is stupid. Every rapper that rapped about that shit in their 20s, they're still talking about it in their 40s and 50s. They got families at home, kids going to private school. Nigga, you stupid.
Word.
And to sit there on a podcast, they got millions of people seeing that shit.
Right.
And say that shit, that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
Right.
So you would want your child moving like that?
Yeah. And no, he wouldn't. He got kids too, and that's the crazy thing. He got kids too that he got out of. He was never really. His moms will say he wasn't really in the hood like that. Like he wasn't around like that, right?
Your mother don't always know.
That's true. That's true too.
I'm perfect to my mother.
I'm perfect to my mom too, and I've done a lot. You know what I mean?
I'm perfect to most of my friends. I was on some double life shit.
It's just weird to me when this is what. Flip is in his 40s too, and he's still
I don't know
that
anybody.
thought.
Even when I go back to New York, and I just went when the Coliseum closed down, I don't know anybody my age or demographic that wears what they did 20, 30 years ago.
No.
Not saying it don't exist. I'm just saying in my life.
Right, the people I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
And the smiles I get from people I went to college with, my brother here and whatever, we don't see each other a lot. When you see each other, that love and energy, I respect that.
Right.
People that still doing crazy shit at 40, 50, still talking about it.
I don't even want to be around it.
That's not a conversation I want to hear.
I don't even be around it, bro.
Nigga, you don't exist to me. What are you doing?
We were just talking about a few minutes ago because I'm going up to New York later this month. And I just said, and my cousins may see this. I said, man, I don't know if I want to see my cousins and them because I feel like they still on the same bullshit.
Man, what actually is a cousin, bro?
You know what I mean? So
what actually is a cousin?
I got way too much
value.
lose.
How much value is a cousin when you get 50?
Right. I got way too much to lose.
And I don't want nobody to say no shit about their family. This is me though.
Right.
How much value is a cousin when you get 50, son?
Yeah.
You know what cousins have a value when you're a goddamn kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get into a fight, your cousin come help you. That's about it.
And that's my thing, bro. I don't want to be around nobody that's in any of the mix, man. I got way too much going on, way too much to lose.
You're supposed to. You got
I get it. And I don't want to be, I don't want to be around something and something happened and now I'm complicit because you know how it is. If you're around it, you're complicit. And I don't want to be a part of none of that. Because I'm going to let you know right now, I ain't doing it.
Well, before you came, we were talking about what he was saying about going out of town. I don't know how your family was, but I remember growing up in New York in summertime, we would come to North Carolina because my parents are from North Carolina.
Right.
That was our vacation. Mm-hmm. That's when I seen my cousins and stuff like that. We ain't doing that shit with our kids.
Nah.
We go on real vacations.
Yeah, we disappearing.
We're not going out of town to visit aunt, whatever.
Right.
What, nigga?
That was the same thing with me.
We about to go somewhere.
That was the
You
same thing
you
for
go on
me.
vacation with your family.
Yep.
Your children should see the world.
Yeah.
Not go to auntie house and sleep on the couch
No, you're
right. Nah,
for
we not
2
doing
days
that.
and don't go nowhere.
No, we're not doing that.
But that's as a kid, that's all I did.
No, the same thing here because I'm from Detroit, and
Son, that's
my
ass.
mom. We used to go to South Carolina. That's my mother's family and all of that. We used to come to South Carolina. It's country. It's out in the world. I'm from in South Carolina, Andrews, South Carolina. We just got a second stoplight.
Yeah,
It's-
but I'm
it is
saying
country
in that
to the
culture,
love,
in
bro.
that culture though, you kind of grew up with cousins.
Yeah.
Like
we
in
did.
New York, I grew up with all my cousins in Brooklyn because that's what we did.
Right.
We went to each other's house. Parents had to help each other raise the kids because
Right.
it was a village system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So you
now we
always
not
ate
doing
dinner.
that.
Well, now more often than not, we make enough money to take care of ourselves, and we don't need
Right.
auntie to babysit us now, whatever. We like to take care of our own shit. And to another note, we funny about leaving our kids at people's house.
Because we also know what was going on when we was at that house.
All of that, and that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes,
all of that, even with what we talking about with the video that we just listened to, we have all grown as
Yes.
people, whether we're celebrities or not. You've grown, and so when you grow, I don't think how I thought at 20 years old,
No.
Yeah, I hope
30
not.
years old, and 40 years old. So the same way, if we thought something was snitching back when we were kids, why are we on a podcast today talking about it as if Gucci did something right? It's silly. Like
It's
there's
silly.
growth.
It's very
Hov
silly.
don't rap about that stuff.
No.
Nas did an epic. I mean,
Yes.
like you got to put Nas in the category. I always had Hov as the GOAT, but Nas is making some run there with this mass appeal. With
Sound
this,
like me.
Nas
too.
is we
he's
did a whole
insane what
yeah
he's
we had a
doing.
whole segment talking about.
look
that.
at what he's done.
Yeah,
Look at his
yeah.
music. Look what he's
Amazing.
talking about.
Bro, he's
It's
just about to do
sensational.
something with AZ right now. They drop a
just dropped
Do or
the
Die
single.
3
Yeah.
on Mass Appeal.
I mean,
It's
I'm-
already sounded better than
I'm
Do or
saying
Die 2.
I'm
crazy.
all for it, man.
Me
I
too.
was all for Slick Rick. I was all for Ghostface.
It's grown. It's grown.
I was all for Raekwon. I liked the content. There wasn't no foolishness.
Love the Mob Deep.
Yeah.
Was it
Ghostface.
was
Yeah.
it the best projects of their careers? Nah, but I loved it. You know, that was gonna
I'll
happen.
say
though, bro.
what
Mobb Deep
what-
was dope.
Yes,
Mobb
I'll
Deep
say
did
what
very
what
well.
you're saying is super correct. We look at the artists that we've watched and watched their maturation over time.
I appreciate
and they
that.
not
I
and
respect that.
they're now producing grown up bars and they're not on the same mess. That it was just weird to me when I listened to that. It made me stop listening. I listen to Joe Budden podcast every one of them. I stopped listening to it after he said all that.
But really, I
It
kind of
threw me off.
I kind of want to hear what's after that because I want to hear how the panel responded to that.
No, I don't call me white girl. Shut it all down.
I can't see her agreeing with that.
She did.
Even though she talks a lot of shit,
She even said-
she doesn't really applaud none of that crazy shit.
She said
when she gets serious,
Right. She said. She's playing shit. She said right after that, she was like, "If that's the case, then I'm still a street nigga, and I ain't none of that no more." Like she kept it a band, and she was out there, and she'll tell you how she was. She like that's ridiculous,
Bro, you robbed me. I'm telling.
bro. It's ridiculous how that's
I'm
what
telling.
we pushing, bro.
If
It's
I'm
just
telling them
weird
where
to
you
me.
live at.
It's insane.
You put a gun
Harper
on
within the
me.
rules of that game. But if you not, I'm not mad at him. I mean, the nigga, somebody tried to kill him.
And he killed them.
Right. So you can talk about it. Then now somebody tried to rob you, put a gun to your neck, bust in your office. If he want to make a song about it, here's the thing: he ain't even tried to. Everybody already know.
After he killed that guy,
Yeah.
do you know what he did? You know what he was saying after he killed that guy?
Look, if you send somebody to kill me, I'll say whatever the fuck I
Cool.
want.
But
And
you
it was
know-
legal.
and it was legal.
It was
True,
a legal
but do you know
kill.
what he was saying? What he was representing? Yo, y'all put money on my head. You know what he
That's what happened.
He motherfucking came out the nigga. He didn't die.
Let me ask you a question.
He survived a hit, and he seemed like he didn't tell in that situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After that,
He seemed like, yo, I survived the hit, nigga came and killed
I'm
me, I killed
retiring.
him. And yo, I'm rapping about it. Y'all niggas can suck my dick, I'm saying whatever. He did 1,000 records. So now we like, oh, he's crazy. Then he signed a bunch of street niggas that sort of lived that life. Oh, okay, this is his fucking character, and this is what he wants to do.
I'm with you, but that could still
So
be
then now, this right here is a, I'm not fucking with
I get what you're saying.
I don't
I'm
get what
saying
you're saying.
that.
fucking with that.
You're not making no
There's a
sense
way
to
that you
me.
reap what you sow. Like, and Joe said the
Sounds
same
like
thing. When you create all this, I'm just saying if I'm rooting for him to get out of all of that, and if the sign that he's out of all that is that he's making a song instead of doing more street shit, I don't care how offbeat it is.
Yeah, you got to look at it from.
Y'all look at Gucci Man like a street nigga. That's how y'all
Is
look
there
at
a
Gucci
statue
Man.
on being a street nigga? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was
I
going to
think you
say.
can clock out of that.
It's
Nigga,
rules.
Mace
You gotta make it clear though.
If that's the case, then I'm a street nigga still. Like, there's no way that you can't.
But you showing
stop-
your growth. You
That's
showing
what
your
I'm-
showing your growth.
It's not no
So
growth.
is he with
It's
that
a-
rap song?
It's you either a civilian or you're not. You could be street adjacent where you'll follow certain rules. You might.
Yeah, nigga took the L off.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in I'm disappointed. Yeah, I watch the show more than I do. I'm a clip watcher. I never watch a whole episode, but I'm very disappointed in that comment right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I really respect Joe Budden for his podcast, whether I agree with everything they say or not. I think they do things very tastefully.
Yeah.
I think the additions were great.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the show was at its peak right now.
Yeah.
That right there, that made me want to fire that nigga, son.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Joe Budden doesn't, and I can't speak for him, but the way that show was moving and has moved and grown, it's grown tremendously. That's not good.
No, it's not at all.
When the cameras go off, we got to talk about that shit, bro.
I think he's podding. I think that's Queensfoot plays that kind of role on that show.
He does.
So I think that they probably
you can get fired.
But I don't think he's podding. I think he truly believes.
Oh,
that.
he might be.
I think he truly believes.
meant
He might be.
No, you can hear the passion in his voice about it, and he looking around. Even if you watch the video, he looking around at people like, do y'all agree with?
But see,
no one agree with him. Everybody's like,
what
no,
bothers
bro,
me.
that don't make sense.
That's what bothers me. Like, I've been around people that have given me that feeling that I might have dealt with in my 20s, early 30s, that say some off the wall shit, and they're saying it because they really feel like I'm going to agree with it.
Right.
That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? You didn't say that as devil's advocate or saying that to start a new conversation. You said that because you really think that's who I am.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
That's what my problem is with that. We got to talk about that.
I agree. Now let's transition, man. Can you separate the artist from the person?
Yeah, it kind of fits. I can. I mean, R. Kelly, I never took him off my playlist.
Yeah, I can separate. Yeah, I viewed it. I don't look at Denzel in Training Day and get confused that he's Alonzo.
Right.
So I think you can definitely, it's entertainment, and I think you got to know that it's entertainment.
All right. So how about all the stuff that happened with Puff?
I think it's different with him being a producer and all he do is ad lib shit. I mean,
but he got some songs where they.
I don't have
that
any,
last Train to Paris has some records on there.
I don't have any Puff music on my own playlist anyway. So
I get it. That might not be somebody you play.
Yeah, I'm not a good person to
I don't
ask.
have any Puff music, but the one caveat I would say that's the difference there is he's the record label.
Right.
So he may be utilizing his influence musically
Right.
to get the artist to perform these acts or whatever. I mean, listen, the whole thing, it is what it is. What's not right, you got to pay for.
Right.
I just don't, this idea, and this is probably a bigger conversation, this idea that someone can come about 10 years, 20 years later and say, I slept with this person, I was drugged, I was drunk, I didn't know what was going on, and now it's not a criminal case in most of the time. Civilly now, we can bring a lawsuit in, or I could pay hush money of $20 million because a check was written, and all of a sudden everyone came out the woodwork, and all of a sudden now Puff is a freak, and he probably is a freak. Whether he's a freak or not, I have no idea. I'm just saying that this idea that a man can't come back 20 years ago. I can't go back to 20 years ago, and if I slept with someone that's famous now and say, I slept with her, I don't know that I really wanted to sleep with her.
Right.
I think she got me drunk, and I think now I want a check for like $20 million, or I'm gonna put this stuff out there and move forward. So I think that is unique to Puff because these were his artists, these people he's doing business with. So you kind of lump them together.
I'll say this: Puff is a freak, but that's still not jail time. None that was in that case in my book, and I've said it's on pod. You can crucify me. Nothing that was said during that trial was jail worthy to me.
It's prostitution,
right?
When it was all said and done, it's a fine.
But that's what they There we go. It's a fine.
That's not a jail time. You don't bring
got
a RICO
pimps that
case.
did less time.
They brought a RICO case on prostitution.
Yep.
Nobody was forced to do stuff, man. If we get invited to a Diddy party, we know what goes.
People got paid, and the one thing they kept highlighting that we all know that was egregious was how he did that young lady as she was going to the elevator. All of that was wild. That was wild.
That was felonious
that's
activity.
Still not outside of a misdemeanor of assault and battery.
He wasn't charged with that.
He wasn't charged.
He was charged with that. And that's what I'm saying.
you.
And that's what I don't like. That I'll say media does this stuff where we just give you these sound bites of stuff to formulate an opinion.
Right.
Charge him with that.
Charge him
with domestic violence. Charge him with any of that stuff. I'm good with it.
Right.
But you charging him on a RICO case that's saying he's got a business. The whole charges are, a RICO normally involves organized crime.
Right.
He's the only one. So where's everyone else that's part of this criminal organization? You drop lesser charges and you get him on prostitution. And now he's in jail for 3 years, 4 years.
4 years. Well, right now he's up for appeal. They're running an appeal, and the merit that they're running the appeal on is similar to that. What you're saying, and they probably got a better chance of winning an appeal because of that. Because he shouldn't be doing. He really shouldn't. He's already did. To me, he's already did his time because he was in jail for a year before the case and everything was in the place.
Listen, my brothers, both of y'all saying some good shit. I do not like the judicial system.
No.
I don't trust them.
Nah. It's never been built for anything.
We've been saying this since episode 1.
Yeah.
Stop doing shit.
Yeah, definitely stop doing shit. Stop doing shit. I told
you want to protect yourself from the bullshit?
Stop doing shit. Puff been doing shit for a long time. For a long time.
Hey man, get you a wife that's comfortable with your weird shit, bro. It's just dangerous out here.
Yeah, it is dangerous out there.
You get famous, it might be some girl you met at a club and she said ouch and you kept going.
Yeah.
And she recorded it and you didn't even know it. Or she recorded it because y'all freaking off.
Right.
And she got video with her saying ouch, stop. We all have been with a woman when she said stop and she didn't really mean stop.
Right.
And we keep going.
No.
Women can get you on that shit. You say
Always
stop
stop.
around me. Yeah, I'm good.
Always stop.
No, I didn't mean that. No.
I even teach my sons that when they get. I teach
That was a soundbite though. You
bro.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we all been with him when she says stop.
That's why I jumped in there. Let's go ahead and fix it real quick. My brother, I knew what my brother meant.
I know what you meant.
I'm talking like college.
Yeah.
We young.
Yeah.
As an adult, stop. I'm done.
Yeah,
you ain't cool no more.
I tell
I'm
my
scared of
son.
you.
I tell my son all the time, because he's 15. I'm like, you get into a situation with a young lady and she say stop, and you stop and you shut it down. And I was like, I don't care if they was that. I mean, I don't really want you to stop. I want you to no.
What's
shut
scary,
it down.
What's really really scary with his generation? Let's say he's 18.
Right.
You meet a young lady. You're just assuming she's your age. She might be 14.
Yeah.
And we were sneaking in houses, doing stuff with girls at a young age.
These girls,
and the parent come in,
right?
And she says, "Oh, she's scared, acting like she's scared because she got caught." And you're gonna catch a charge.
Yeah, right. Yeah, automatic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's oh man. Not saying you wouldn't have caught a charge back in the days, but now it's either.
I think in North Carolina the age of consent is 16.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the age of consent is 15, 16.
Okay,
but still.
Yeah, because even Brandy came on the book, said, "Oh boy, not to get all into that," but she said he took advantage of her. She was 16.
Yeah,
he was what, 22 maybe?
He was 21.
21.
Yeah. But
here's the crazy
but
thing.
where they at the
When
age of consent is 16.
When I was in high school, and I think most of us probably can attest to this, we've seen the girls you're in 11th grade, 12th grade, the girls 16, 17, 15 years old.
10th grade. Go with the nigga that picked them up
They're
in the
my
Benz.
age, and my class. They all were looking for the guy that was older, the guy that was 19, 18. When you there's
25,
a thin line,
26.
easily, and no one of our class viewed that like that's
none of
crazy.
us saw this.
It was like we wanted to get the girl, but we can't get the girl because she wants the older guy.
Yeah.
So
as soon as you walked outside, you see the dude in the 5.0.
Right.
But jumping in the car.
I will say this though, it went on everywhere. In New York, it went on with the drug dealers.
Yeah.
But in the South, like I finished high school here, the crazy thing is there would be a line of cars to pick the children up.
Yeah.
There was always 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
Car kitted out, 25, 26.
Yeah.
Picking up this 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, I finished high school
and
in the South too.
They
the same thing.
applauded that shit.
Yeah, I finished high school in the South too, and it'd be the guys that pull up in the big car with the rims.
Yeah.
And you saw Shorty jump in there, and you like, but you already knew what it was.
Yeah.
You knew what it was.
Chick broke up with you to be with this 30-year-old nigga.
Shit, that happened.
You know what I'm saying?
That happened.
And you gotta be like,
I
well,
get it.
hey,
There's nothing you can do. He got some chicken on him, and
got his own
whatever
crib.
you do, got his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't really. You looked at that. You didn't look at it as wild as you do now.
Right.
As you do now, we do see that as wild. That's
we
wild.
didn't see it as a crime.
No.
It's
But
criminal.
don't make it not. Don't make it not. That's the wild part about it, man. Let me jump in because we're getting closer to the end of the show. Let's throw something out there, man. What truth about yourself did you recently have to confront? Start down the line. What's that one truth about yourself that you recently had to confront? Or you maybe not had nothing in a while. You might have been on point. We all growing. Trey, jump in there. You got something?
Okay.
I mean, I was going down the line. Let bro
I'll
think
go,
about
man.
it.
Just being distant, man. I've always been a loner most of my life, and being distant. Even at work sometimes when we have training sessions and I feel people doing their little buddy system, I play the back and get the information later on my own terms and catch up with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And even in relationships, sometimes I become distant in a way that it might be confusing if a person doesn't understand my distance. My distance might be just me reading a book in my private space. You know what I'm saying? I could be do a better job of communicating that. Just give me my time to decompress and do this. You know, I'll call you here or whatever way y'all communicate it. But, and, you know, he said it, T.S. said it to me plenty of times, man, I've been single by myself so long, all my time is isolated.
Right.
So what I'm saying? So when you have people that come into your life, you got to find a way to communicate that and make that, you know, a part of your existence so it's understood and never confused.
Yeah.
I can definitely do a better job of that. Like, no question.
That's
I'll
a
put
tough
that
one.
on the top.
I don't know what I would say. I run a Nissan dealership in Wake Forest. So I think sometimes
That's a good flex. I like it.
It's a nice little flex. So sometimes inspecting what you expect, you can get. You know, I just went out last night with a friend of mine, and he's a manager in another industry, and I said he was asking me some managerial advice. So you got to inspect what you expect, and I think sometimes in the process of doing that, you got to realize everyone, you know, like that's why I'm big on it's a business. It's a business because everything's a business. Everyone can get paid. Everyone can get paid, and the business can lose money, and then we're no longer a business.
Right,
so all NBA contracts guaranteed. Everyone gets paid, but if everyone gets paid and the NBA folds, then there ain't no NBA no more.
Right.
So I think in the process of inspecting what you expect, it's a fine line that you got to be able to walk between motivating people, pushing people, and expecting people to be you, expecting people to do what you need to do. And it's a unique, you know, view. Like I deal with a lot of younger, like slightly younger. A lot of people think this, like we talked to snitch. They think this snitch thing is, you know, if someone took something out the mailbox and you told them, so, you know, just imposing what you expect, your expectations on others. You got to delicate that. It's got to be something that you do delicately.
No, I totally agree. I think I run into that same similar aspect as a business owner as well and stuff. Just recently, my wife kind of pointed something out, and I wasn't really paying attention to what she was pointing out, and we got into it. You know, we've been married now 13 years. And we got into it, and then I thought about it, and I had to apologize. So I bucked up and apologized to her, and was like, "Look, I'm sorry."
I like that.
And because I realized I was letting everything in the house, and we bought some land, and we doing some other stuff over there, and then my business, I'm having some woes, a couple things in there, you know, tax time.
Yep.
So getting all that stuff together, and just so much going on with that, and to a point where it was like, okay, I'm neglecting certain things or causing certain disagreements in the house and not realizing that I'm doing it and putting it on her, and I realized quickly, well, semi-quickly, I was like, oh shit, that was me. That was my fault. So just, you know, going straight ahead, I apologize to her. Like, I apologize. I know I'm this, that, and the third. And, if you've, you know, it was kind of bad. We was getting kind of bad in here. I ain't really been talking about it, but it was kind of bad when we thought about going to see somebody and having a conversation. You know what I mean?
That's part of the game.
But we sat down and we had this week. We took the whole week off. I didn't do no business this week. I didn't because I also have a 9 to 5. I didn't do a 9 to 5. I didn't do no business. I didn't talk to no clients. I didn't do my 9 to 5 this week. I took the whole week, and my wife did the same thing. And then we got rid of the boys for a few days, and then just kind of, you know, decompress. Had some good talks and stuff like that. And sometimes you don't realize. Sometimes you need that level of decompression, and you need that level of accountability. As a man, sometimes your ego can get in the way of certain things, and certain conversations, even with your person, with your partner. Your ego can get away with your partner, where certain things will halt you from doing the right move, or at least opening your mind and eyes to where you could be the issue in that.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know for myself, it did that. For myself, I was doing that. Because, yo, man, you think, yo, I'm handling everything. We run a tight ship over here. Money is flowing well. We doing great. Business is good. The kids are on a structured plan. Yeah, we can go buy other cars and all, but we're not doing that right now because we're trying to build this other stuff. We got all this other shit going on. And then you realize you also causing problems and also not meeting certain needs on the emotional side, like just the communication side of things. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You're not communicating. You're not talking about certain things. You just holding everything to the vest. And it's like, you know, my wife be like, my nigga, I'm on everything as well. Like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's going on? And then you end up having arguments for no reason.
What's unique with what you're saying is one thing that's, you know, when you buy something, anything we buy, you know, the equipment you got here, you can read an instruction manual, how to put it together, how to work it. If this happens in the future, this is what you do. this thing we got life, there's no instruction booklet with it. So it's day by day. It's literally based on experience. I have a phrase I tell the people all the time. Life is an experiment that breeds experience.
Right.
Because it's an experiment. I don't know if I don't come here today, I don't know, what happens elsewhere. Like everything's like whatever choices you do, and through that choice, it becomes an experience. So it's just unique. So many times I play back situations of a week ago, of a year ago, of 5 years ago. When I go to New York sometimes to visit, other things, I go to my old neighborhoods, I'll park the car and walk the same path that I used to walk to school or whatever, just to relive some of that. When I was 20 years ago doing that, I didn't even know, this is in New York, when 1 in every 4 black men is going to be dead or in jail by the age of 24.
Right.
So, this experiment that we have here in life, there's no instruction booklet. So you have to be like touch and go. Common had a line he said in the song. He said, all the people I know who told the truth, time did. And that's really like the real broad thing that we got is everything that we do is really a touch and go. There is no like right, there is no like wrong. It's learn, and it's good when we as grown, especially as men, can reflect on something, see something that we didn't do, said, shouldn't have said, and put it to rest then.
Right.
That's always a good thing.
I totally agree. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. We at the hour and 14-minute mark in the soft tray.
That's what's up. The Black Male Podcast, we have a guest here. One thing I want to end it with, piggybacking on what the last conversation was, as black men, we have to have a level of empathy, accountability, and financial responsibility. We have people that depend on us. We have support systems. Some of our support systems are smaller than others. Many of us are going through similar things, but we don't communicate with each other with the necessary conversations. Our goal with this podcast was making the uncomfortable conversations comfortable. We talk a lot of sports, but we come to the truth and the facts and realities of we are men, we have families, we have people that depend on us for survival, and that is a powerful thing. Where our egos can put us in bad situations, our pride can put us in bad situations. But holding ourselves accountable and each other accountable, we all can do better from our families, because everything starts from the home, and that goes out to the community. Our significant others need us, our children need us. So on this day, I challenge you all to not try to be better. I challenge you to hold yourself accountable and be better, and hold your friends and your family accountable as well, so we all can be better, continue to grow, and continue to make these uncomfortable conversations comfortable, and be the best version of the man we are and to become.
Yep, that's it.
Appreciate it.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to market? You want to tell people to check out?
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Definitely.
Anyone out there needs a new Nissan, you can come see me at Crossroads Nissan in Wake Forest,
Let 'em
Capitol
know.
Boulevard, 11120. We've got 0% interest, everything. We've got your needs. You need a new vehicle, we're the place.
Yes.
0% interest, I like that.
Yeah. Well, this is the Black Male Podcast. TS is who I am.
Tre-Dot is who I am.
And
Dave Cannon.
all right, man. We'll catch y'all next week, man, on the Black Male Podcast. Peace.
All right.